the purpose of a floating arm trebuchet is that it should have a farther throw. And that would be because it maximizes the length of the arm. But it looks like the far one is ready to go first. So we've got two different trebuchets up now. We've got the traditional one on the far end, and this one here is called a floating arm trebuchet. The floating arm trebuchet actually has a longer, or it maximizes the use of the arm because the weight is at the end of the arm. So we have a bigger lever, which should, if it works properly, should throw it further. So a much different structure in terms of how it was built. That's that. The group decided in their research, they're like, there's this other type of trebuchet. Can we make it? And we just said, yeah, we love the enthusiasm and kind of the work that they were doing. Looks like we are ready to launch. So this one is ready to go, pulling the pin. The trebuchet, the pumpkin is up, and I'm going to go with 19 feet. I think we'll give them 19 feet on that one. So it looks like a 19-foot launch. Probably went higher than it did far. Probably a simple adjustment to the release mechanism, and they should be fine. So up next is the floating arm trebuchet. So quite a different look to the trebuchet. Is this your groups, Abby? Abigail, why this design instead of the traditional design?
Because we thought it would be fun.
What should happen with this design compared to the other one?
It should go farther.
Why would it go farther? Tell me what's different in the design that would make it go farther.
It flows better with the wheels, so then it'll just fling, I guess.
Okay, so the wheels, once they land on it, should there's be less friction. It looks like you're also going to maximize the length of the arm because you've got a longer arm. It's an 8-foot arm. So we are curious to see what happens with this one. For this launch, we're going to ask people to stand back a little bit farther. This is a different design, a little more unpredictable, perhaps, in what it might do. Abigail, in your tests, how far did this go in your tests? How far did it go in your test launches? We cannot stand there. You cannot stand behind it. Off to the sides. This is its premier launch. Maiden voyage. So we are going to stand farther back. At least I'm going to stand farther back. Guys, stay there. Stay there. Its maiden launch looks like we had the sling brake. One of the things you could notice, though, was the amount of force on this trebuchet was greater. So I think we had a much greater force on this one. Just the whipping action right away seemed to be higher. Looks like a few repairs to the sling need to be made. And we'll see if we can get this launched again. Mr. Vanderer and Mr. Brink are getting the next trebuchet ready to launch.